What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Friday Nights with WTTGT. It's your main man, GT. We started the episode a little early tonight just because I missed y'all. And I figured we'd hang out. Usually on Friday or Sunday nights, I don't live stream very long before I jump into the games. And so I figured I'd just start it extra early tonight, and because I like talking about cannabis with all you fine, fantastic people, and I like answering as many questions as I can. I've been super swamped this week with shipping and picking up orders and picking up new merch and attending somewhat to the garden and making everything ready for the construction of the new grow room, and I'm filling out applications for a new person I'm going to be a caretaker for, and then I have a regular job on top of it, and it was then on top of all that, my air conditioner at my house went out, so it's been a hectic week to say the least, but they all are. So what's happening, everybody? I at least want some music playing in the background. It doesn't have to be a ton. It doesn't have to be like super loud or anything, but I would like, some. Let's just get something going. That's too loud. Let's get a little flavor in there. Hit the thumbs up, people. Hey, thanks, Onslaught. Good morning, Florida. What's up, WR450? What's up, GT? Just got my slaps from you a few days ago. They're awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty sure your main man GT here has the baddest tint slaps in the cannabis community. I don't know of a single other person that's got slaps as fucking cool as mine. Hey, thanks for the 8 months, man. It was awesome seeing you on the Stash, From the Stash podcast. Yeah, we had a bunch of fun doing that podcast. I actually really like going on other people's show and talking to them, and I have a lot of fun. Especially with those guys, I watch all their channels, so it's always a good time. They just legalized here in Virginia. Yesterday was your day one, wasn't it? Yesterday, I think July 1st was your first day of legalization. We also had 3 other states go legal this week. What was it? I might be wrong here, like New Mexico, Connecticut, and somewhere else. I think we had 3 other states this week go legal. So I love it. I can't wait till it gets... There's so many states that are just recreational legal to where federal just fuck it and flips it to federally legal. My 4-week-old seedlings have yellow bottom leaves. Looks like nitrogen deficiency. Don't worry about it too much whenever they're seedlings. They are terrible about processing stuff. Your main job with seedlings is just to keep them alive. So don't worry too much about that kind of stuff whenever they're babies like that. They don't have a very big root system. They can't reach out and find the stuff whenever they need it. They're not great at doing anything. Just keep them alive. Oh yeah, New Mexico is recreational legal, and Georgia? Fucking, the other state was Georgia, another southern state. Three autos from ILGM, Banana Kush, Gorilla Glue, and Girl Scout Cookies Extreme. 5 weeks. Check out my channel. Silica, bro. Silica. I like silica. You know, whenever I don't have to buy any other product to add silica, and whenever I mix that diatomaceous earth in, whenever I top dress it into the soil, it's got a ton of silica in it, and it pretty much takes care of it. So I actually don't have to buy a separate silica product to put it in there. GT, when do you do your first top? Sometimes as early as week 3 seedling, depending on what the plant looks like. But as soon as I have bottom bud sites or where the branches are going to come out activating, I top those things right away. And sometimes it's as early as week 3, which is why my plants turn into little bushes so fast by the time most people start topping, which is generally week 2 of veg, and I'm 2 weeks in front of them, so I've already topped one. So instead of having a stick, I have a little bush already. Hairs or balls? I got hairs and balls in my tent downstairs right now. On average, when can we expect roots to fully spread in the root rack cubes? Well, if you're using the root rack cubes, they changed the material they're made out of, and it slowed my growth down by about 2 weeks. Generally, I can take my seedlings or clones out of the dome and put them into solo cups after about 2 weeks, because what you're really looking for is not just roots coming out the bottom, but roots coming out the bottom and all 4 sides. So it's basically 5 sides if you count the bottom as a side. So you got all 4 sides and the bottom. As soon as you have roots coming out 360 degrees and at the bottom, you can put them into the soil. And for me, it takes about 2 weeks. If you're messing with them and overwater them, it could take as long as 4 or 5 weeks. Georgia is not rec. They just legalized CBD for us. That's it. Yeah, I didn't think so. I was like, I'm pretty sure Georgia, another thing, that's like a southern state. They hadn't legalized it yet. GT always answers my questions. Hey, man, that's why I do this. I do this because everybody's got questions, and I just want to help everybody out. Welcome to the Grow Tent. Is it okay? Instead of typing out "Welcome to the Grow Tent," you guys can just type in WTTGT, and if you got a comment or question for me, just put it in all caps. It makes it easier for me to find. But if you're talking to everybody else, just normal type. But if you got a question for me, put it in all caps. Not saying it's not a guarantee I'm going to see it, but it does help your chances. I'm in Brooklyn. I've been using recreational for 20 years. Yeah, I mean, we were all a bunch of us in that club. One of my ELB seedlings is a runt. I don't think she's going to catch up. I'm considering throwing her off the mountain. That's where they belong. Because if she's a underachiever in seedling, she's going to be an underachiever in veg. She's going to be an underachiever in flower. And she's going to be an underachiever when it comes to end yield. And you don't want any of that. Throw it out. Not worth your time. Especially if you catch it in seedling stage. Leave them alone, baby. That's the best. Can you explain pH issues in flower and phosphorus deficiencies? Are you TKC? Are you talking about in soil, cocoa, hydro, DWC? Which method are you talking about? How do you absorb the stretch? You do that with a trellis or a scrog net, and you don't let the plants grow too tall vertically into the light. You stretch them out sideways, controlling the canopy all the same height. Canopy control. Hey, what's up, WR? Hey, thanks, Ziggy. I top autos all the fucking time. GT, I'm buying a hedge trimmer. I don't know if you need to go that far, but I was just showing people that you didn't have to, because I get questions all the time. People are like, GT, do I need to wear gloves when I'm doing this? Should I take a scalpel whenever I'm doing this? I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. I just use my thumb, and I rip the top off with my fingernail, just clip. And they're like, do I need to cut at a 45-degree angle? I'm hell. Fuck it. So I bought the hedge trimmer just to show everybody, look, this is how gentle you can be. Well, it wasn't an over-exaggeration, of course, but I was just kind of trying to make a point. Same way like whenever I ran the razor blade around the roots. I put my intake fan on the outside of the tent. Is that okay? Yeah, absolutely. And how high should I keep it? How high should I keep it in a 2x2x4? Thank you. How high? How high should you put your intake fan? Oh, or how high should you turn it up? How I judge whether I need to turn up my fan or not is if I'm starting to smell the weed outside of the tent. If I can do that, I turn the carbon filter up some more so it's pulling more negative vacuum in. And that's how I judge whether I need to turn the carbon filter up or not. Is as soon as I can smell inside the tent, I turn it up more. But yeah, it's completely fine to put your intake fan on the outside of the tent. On a lot of my shorter 2x4s, I put it on the outside of the tent to give me more room to put the light up higher. I'm just here to hang out and probably hear something I need to learn. GT, what is the main deficiency causing the stems to turn dark purple or red? And what's the best way to rectify it? That's generally a mag issue. It's generally running on mag. If you're not killing them, if you're overwatering them, it's because the plant can't pick up what it needs out of the soil. So it depends on how healthy your plant is. If you have a healthy plant, then the answer is you need to give it more Cal Mag. If you're in veg or the beginning of flower, if you're after week 3 of flower, then you need to give it more mag sulfur, like a Botanic Care Sweet or a Flora Nectar, and increase the mag you're giving them. And if it is your plant is not look like big and bushy like you see on the screen here, then your issue is overwatering and you need to back off the watering, let the roots come back, and then it'll fix it perfectly. GT, thanks to you, I got 2 pounds. Oh my goodness, I'm coughing just thinking about it. I got 2 pounds, 2 grams, my very first grow. I just started with your first uploaded videos and listened to your instructions, so thank you. I do need to buy a console though. You can buy a console, but I'll tell you right now, like the consults for like half hour is $25 and for an hour is $45 or $49. You can do that, or you can just join the Patreon at $25 and then you can get access. You get the consults is included in there, but you also get like coffee mugs or t-shirts or hoodies, some other special stuff. You get to hang out on our Patreon only live streams. And you get access to the GT community Discord. So it's a lot better value, I'll tell you right now, to just join the Patreon, and you get to get all that stuff included instead of just buying. You can book a console. I mean, I don't care. I'm just telling you, you get a lot more bang for your buck on the Patreon because you get the consoles are included in those tiers. Anything in the VIP and up tiers, those consoles, it has consoles built into it. 2 pounds off your first grow. Off his first grow, he got 2 pounds. How fantastic is that? He's not going to need to grow for a minute. Is the PayPal up? Oh, fuck. No, not yet. Hold on. Where's PayPal? I don't know if I want to open it, Gina. You're scaring me. No, gotta switch accounts. Login. Nope, that's not it. Fuck. What do you think about using Epsom salt for mag deficiency? Oh man, I don't know. You can. Like if you're doing organic, that's what you would use because it is magnesium and sulfur. That's how you make Epsom salt. I just don't like it not being measured. Call-ins? No, I don't do call-ins. You can set up a consult where you call me. We can do phone consultations or video consultations, but I don't like doing them on here. Most people don't want them on here anyway. You'll find that they ask way more questions if you do the videos or like the video consults are private. They like to ask more questions because nobody wants to look silly asking questions in front of a whole crowd full of people. So I don't blame them. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be logging into PayPal. Hold on. Damn it. Sometime I'm going to remember my password here. Hold on. Fuck. There we go. Okay, I'm logged into PayPal now. I got Princess GT in here though, so.
Hi.
Oh, hi. So, if we could hold off on the smoke for a little bit. Until she leaves.
I can handle it.
You can handle it? I don't think so.
Yeah, I can.
GT, do you use vitamin B with your plants? No, I don't. Best soil to use? I think it depends on what stage of the growth you're in with the plant. If I am in veg, I'm generally in Happy Frog. If I am in flower, I am in Ocean Forest, and we're going to be using Strawberry Fields this time in flower. We're actually transplanting those plants into their flower final pots this weekend. Hi, they said hi, Princess GT. You hear me? Hi. Do you use mouse and keyboard when you're gaming? If so, how long have you been playing with mouse and keyboard? I actually just started like a year ago. I used to play only Xbox, and I actually just switched over to mouse and keyboard for maybe a year ago. I'm still a little confused on how to lollipop. How far down the branches do I go? Well, Manny, that's an easier question. You're doing the bottom third of the plant. If you have them in a scrog net, it makes it a lot easier. Anything that's not going to reach into the scrog net, you strip off the bottom. If you don't need it, it's going to be blocked out and shaded. Hey, BJ, thanks for the 10 months in a row. I think that's our very first double-digit subscription. So thank you very much. 10 months in a row. So you're going to take the bottom third of the plant, and if you're in a trellis net or you're scrogged out and you can kind of see your canopy, anything that is never going to reach up into that trellis net to where it can get to the light, strip it. Bottom third of the plant generally. So like whenever I will sit down like on the ground and get to the same level as the plants, and then I just look And you gotta remember, you're kind of like the artist. This is your art whenever you're doing it, whenever you're plant shaping, whenever you're lollipopping, whenever you're trellising, whenever you're doing any of this, you're the artist. This is your clay that you are forming into your artwork. So just sit there and actually just look at it. There's no right or wrong answer here. You want to design this how you want it to look. Dry amendments for top dressing, yeah, it works really well. Now, if you're gonna do dry amendments and Fox Farm, you gotta be careful because Fox Farm already has a ton of nutrients in it. That's why I use the different ones for the different stages. So if you're going to use dry amendments, you gotta make sure you let the plant eat the nutrients that are already in that soil. Uh-oh, I hear my phone beeping. That's dangerous. Okay, it was just a question on Patreon. I was nervous. You guys got me jumpy after you asked me to open it. The fog machine is, I think it should be ready by now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's ready. You covering your ears? Oh no. Yeah, I thought you said you could handle it. You crawling on the floor? Stay low to the ground. Stay low to the ground, Princess GT. Stay low to the ground. That'll keep you out of the smoke.
No.
Stay low. Stay low. Stop, drop, and roll.
This is the only place like it's not even calming. It's literally just trying to give me
As the root wrap plugs hamper growth by about 2 weeks, does those Jiffy Seed starting plugs hamper growth? No, they don't. And actually, I went over to the Rapid Rooters, and they're still made of the old original material, and the growth went right back to normal. I actually had roots coming out of all 5 sides after 7 days. So. GT, would you ever okay co-op missions on COD? I played some of the co-op missions back in the day. I played them before. I'm seeing 2.5 to 4.5, I guess, ounces yield per plant. Is that what you're saying? You're saying yield. I don't know. There's no, metric behind that. It just says 2.5 grams, 2.5 ounces, 2.5 pounds. I imagine your 2.5 ounces is what you're saying, though, America First. GT, my autos are showing signs of flower at week 3. They are in 5 gallons of newt-rich soil and don't need feed. Yeah, they probably won't for a while. Do I skip veg newts when I finally do feed? Yeah, you're going to feed the week that they finally need feed. If you're growing autos in a 5 gallon that only veg for 3 weeks, you might not need to feed them the entire time. Ounces? Oh, so, man, it's not terrible. How many plants are you growing? You're getting 2.5 ounces to 4.5 ounces per plant. I mean, how many plants are you growing? How big of a space are you growing in? Those are all factors that go into that, and how big of a, and what size light are you using? Do you have a video on how to start a scrog harvest? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have one up. I got 205 videos. I can't, I know I've harvested. Which one did I just cut down? Is Princess still in the room? Yeah, she's crawling around on the fucking floor, trying to stay out of the smoke that's on the ceiling. 5 to 6 in a 5x5. So let's just say you were on the upper end and you're getting 5 ounces, or you're getting 4 ounces per 6, so you're getting over. I mean, it's not terrible if you're getting all 4 ounces. If you went, let's just call it, let's meet in the middle and do 3.5. So you got 17 and a half ounces. So you're a little bit over a pound at 5x5. Man, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty decent when you figure, like, I've been growing in 5x5s a while now, and I get 2 pounds, so I'm just a little, you know, I'm a little bit under a pound over that, but I've been doing this a while, you know. Getting a pound out of a 5x5 when dry is not, you know, it's not a terrible thing. Thanks for the content. I've learned so much from watching. Halfway through my first grow. Hey, no problem, John Rose the Fourth. Glad you like the content, buddy. I just found you a few days ago and have only seen about 30 videos so far. There's plenty on there. Watch them before YouTube decides to delete all of them. I heard you don't smoke. Well, I don't ever smoke on the video, if that's what you're asking, so that's correct. When I flip my ELB, they doubled in size, look amazing now. Yeah, they should. Whenever you go from veg to flower, you should double in size. Hey, no problem, Purge. Alright, go. Okay, go on.
Pop on it.
Hey, Jonathan. GT, am I gaming tonight? Yeah, probably not for another hour though. I just wanted to come on and do a longer Q&A. GT, for the smell, is not better to have a slow ventilation so the carbon filter can trap as many particles as possible. The way I look at it is, if I turn it up, more air is getting pulled into the tent, and whenever I think of what I've noticed is whenever the carbon filter isn't turned up high enough, the smell will naturally start to escape out of the tent. The more I turn it up, the more negative pressure gets pulled into the tent, the less chance that smell has to escape, and the more of it has to run through the carbon filter. How long can a photo plant stay in veg? Forever. It can stay in veg forever. People have mothers for years and years and years at a time. What strains make the PFG? You've got Granddaddy Purple crossed with my own Giant Purple Monster. All feminized. Hey GT, new Patreon here. When do photos flip to flower outdoor grow? They do it all by themselves based on the amount of light they're getting. Aaron, you planted them. They're not going to flip to flower until after the days start getting shorter. So they do that all by themselves. You don't have to do anything out there. What are you going to do? Tell the sun to come up or down early? What's up, Brian Ambrose? How's it going, buddy? Styling and profiling. Yeah, it's a little too hot, as we say here in the summertime where I'm at, to put on the old Ric Flair get up. It's hot in the wintertime whenever I was in my basement. It's way too hot up here for that get up. GT, are there any Amazon grow lights on the low end that you would recommend? Yeah, I mean, anything that's not that purple light spectrum, and there's nothing wrong with the purple, those blurple lights. There's nothing wrong with them as far as their ability to grow. The only reason I don't like them is that it will hide problems with the plant for longer before you'll notice it. So it'll get worse before you will actually notice the, like under a white light or anything like that. You will notice the problem sooner under a white light. The purple light will hide them for longer, and before whenever you finally do see it, it's already way out of control. But yeah, any of them work, man. It's just watts from the wall. Anything else is just advertising. My sponsors don't like it whenever I say that, but whatever. Oh shit. Oh, activate real life gas. Alright, so we've got... Alright, Princess GT, out of here.
No.
You have to, come on. Come on, I gotta turn this back on.
What's that on?
I gotta turn more smoke on, so you gotta go. Go on, take that to your room, baby.
I thought the smoke was already on.
Go on. Close the door so that it doesn't set the fire alarm off. Okay. I had to get Princess GT out of here. So we got a donation from Roberto Medina. He says, activate real life gas. Alright, so we will. Here we go. 1,000, Alright, that's a lot. That gas makes it so hot in here, like under the lights, and then I don't have the outside window open because it's really fucking hot outside. If I open the window, then it gets super fucking hot in here and I get all sweaty. So right now the smoke, whenever somebody does activate it, it stays around for freaking ever. I thought I'd heard you say that in the video and was having a discussion with a friend. Looks like I just won 20 bucks. Hey, there you go. When can I start feeding nutrients in seedling stage? Julie, it depends on what media you started them in. If you started in the root right cubes, you do it right away, the very first week. Yeah, like your Clonex solution, that's like baby food for plants. If you started in soil, then you don't, I mean, depending on the size you put them in, you don't ever need to feed them until you get into veg and transplant. Wearing the PFG shirt in Branson, got noticed once already. It definitely stands out. That's fucking awesome. Oh, it's smoky in here. It is smoky in here. I can't see. I can't see. How can I share photos? Maybe let you partake 2-month cure so far. How can you share photos? Send them to my email. If somebody wants to throw my email up in the comments on, looks like YouTube, throw my email up there. It's to the grow tent. That's the number 2. So it's to the grow tent at gmail.com. GT, what state are you in? If you don't mind me asking, I don't mind you asking at all. I'm in the United States. GT, oh sorry, I didn't see your question. What does credit mean under Patreon order summary? What that means is if you were already a member of one tier that was lower, and then you had subscribed, like let's say you were a member of the $1 a month tier. Hey, thanks for all this gifted subs, Gina G. DJ Ina Gina G. Thanks for the gifted subs, I appreciate it. So what the credit means, like let's say you were a member of the $1 a month tier and you wanted to move up to the $3 a month tier, and they prorate it. So it's not like if you join the $1 and then you want to join the $3 that it would charge you $3. You have a credit, since you already paid the $1, it only takes the difference in between whenever you go from one tier to the next. So you don't pay full price whenever you go up tiers. Like if you wanted to upgrade from 1 to 3, you would only pay $2, not the full 3, because you already paid the $1 for the other tier you were in. It's way too smoky in here. I'm about this close to taking that donation, that $10 donation thing off until it's fucking winter again and I can open that window. GT, another question. The Patreon sign up, what's the different choices? Fuck, man, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 or 8 tiers, and they have it broken down in each tier what's included in it. So I mean, you can go through there, pick which one you want best for you. I mean, there's some of them where there's free merch like coffee mugs and t-shirts and hoodies, and then there's some of them where it's it has consultations built into it. Hell, there's one on there. It's a secret one that's all the way at the bottom, and you can get me as your personal cannabis connoisseur. You actually get a phone number that goes right to my phone that you can call me whenever you want during normal, during normal daytime hours. Don't call me at 3 a.m. But you can call and just talk to me. There's no limit on the amount of times you can call me. You can just pick up your phone and ring up old GT, and I'll pick it up as long as I'm not in like a meeting or something. To the grow tent, came up with nothing. To the grow tent at gmail.com. You have so many new growers on here. Well, that's by design, though. My channel is made for brand new people. Whenever I first decided to start this channel, I thought there was a big hole in the YouTube community with the way the videos were made, the way people talked about things. And I wanted to make a channel that was for beginners, that were for people that were just starting out with this, and that's who I kind of want to pay attention and show that you can do this. Everybody can do it, and it's so fucking smoky in here that I cannot see. GT, where can we see pics of other Patreon grows or harvests? If you're looking for other Patreon members' grows or harvests, you can find them on the Discord. If you're looking for mine, YouTube fucking obliterated anything I had tied to my fucking Patreon. They went on like between December of 2020 and March of 2021. They went on a fucking deleting spree with their new AI algorithm thing, and they decimated so many of my goddamn videos. Yep, Gina T, that is my correct email. Thank you. GT, when you're drying your buds, do you leave the lights off the whole time? Well, except whenever I walk in the room, but other than that, yeah. GT, can you explain the scrog recommendation about whether to lay them out or leave the trellis light? What I'm talking about whenever I say that is, if you're vegging till you hit 50% of your floor coverage, then I take and I put the trellis right at the top of the plants, and over the first 3 weeks of flower, I let them grow up and then grow out to fill all the squares. Because the plants double in size, therefore if you have 50% of your squares full at day 1, by week 3, the end of week 3 of flower, when they've doubled in size, therefore if you had 50%, you now have 100% canopy coverage, which is why my tents are full from front to back, side to side, every single time. On the contrary, if you have, let's say you got really big plants and they're taking up over 50%, a lot of times what I'll do is I will smash them down and lay them out. I would put on a first trellis net where I laid them all under it and smashed them out. And then I would put another trellis net about 4 to 6 inches above it. And as the plants that I've smashed out start to grow up then I will take and lay them over and keep crossing them until so I can absorb that stretch. Hey, Buddhist man, thanks for $3 donation, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Welcome to Grow and Paint for all access, and it says that you have a $97 credit. Well, I can't look it up right now, so I will check it out there, man, when I get done, because I obviously can't pull it up on my computer screen right now. But thank you for that $3, Buddhist. I appreciate it. How big is the pot? Oh, 5 gallons. You're not talking to me. Hey GT, would you say you every week after the, would you say you top every week after the first top or whenever you feel like it? It's going to vary, man, because there's no, like I like to tell everybody all the time, there's no schedule to this. If you're trying to schedule this out, it doesn't really work that well. You can kind of get like a rough estimate of when you're going to need to do stuff, but that's just one of those things I talk about where I take the plants and a lot of time I'll just set them on my lap and I kind of spin them around and look at them. What I'm trying to do when I'm topping is, for one, I'm trying to increase the number of tops I have. And for 2, I'm letting those lower branches that are further down the canopy or on the plant, I'm letting them catch up, because whenever you top those, it's going to slow them down a little bit while it's making new tops. But it also redistributes the growth hormone to those lower branches, because the plant's trying to grow like a Christmas tree and you're not letting them do that. So as you've topped the top section up here, the lower parts are going to speed up and catch up. And what I'm trying to do is get all the branches to the same level and height of the canopy, because I want a big flat canopy across all my plants with lots of tops. Hey, what's up, Harry and Debbie? YouTube refunded me for your channel, wanted you to have it. Yeah, man, they cancel whenever they demonetize my channel. I think it was like 3 months or so ago for dangerous content. They because I had like $600 a month in subs on YouTube, and they fucking axed all of them. Buy a hedge trimmer. Working in the garden, getting things cleaned up. How's Harry's shoulder? When will the new slaps and shirts be ready? Let's see. They're ready right now. New video coming out tomorrow about a new contest. Make sure you guys watch it. I don't know if it's gonna be out tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. Maybe Saturday. I don't fucking know. One of these days. Depends on how busy I am tomorrow. I'm going to like parades and stuff with the kids, so. So GT, I have a plant that's stems are turning purple and the leaves are droopy. What's your take on this? Is it Gizmo Duck? Gizmo Duck. We're going to go with Gizmo Duck. So if you have purple stems, generally you need to increase either your Cal Mag or your Mag Sulfur, depending on what stage of the growth you're in. If you're in veg or the first 3 weeks of flower, it's Cal Mag. And if you're after that, week 4, it's Mag Sulfur issue. Or you're overwatering your plants. And if you've overwatered your plants, you've killed the root hairs, which means they can't pick it up, which means it doesn't matter how much you dump in there, it won't ever pick it up. Oh, early lemon berry, that stuff's fantastic. Smarter. Have you considered moving to Rumble or something similar? You can, but they don't have the reach that YouTube has. That's why the Cannabis people kind of we tolerate it and put up with it. Clarence, where's Clarence? Rest in peace, buddy. When will we get a strain dedicated to Clarence? Let's see. What would we call Clarence's? I don't know. I'll think about it. GT, have you ever done the light manipulation tricks that GrowBoss lays out in the GrowBook and Equipment Guide? No, man. I just leave it at the top of the tent. I give it the least amount of thought possible. Detached bicep, torn rotator, bone spurs, arthritis. Oh, man. It's rough. Hey, GTF. I also have purple stems and yellowing leaves at the top. At the top, that's not. You don't want yellowing leaves at the top. Should I increase CalMag? Luca, send me a picture. Send me a picture of it at tothegrow10@gmail.com. Because you got yellowing leaves at the bottom, not too big of a deal. You got yellowing leaves at the top, not great. second cycle, thanks in part to your channel. Hey! Awesome, America. Spiderwick. Thanks for the advice, guys. Love your vids, GT. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I will. I have a lot of fun creating these content. I really wish I could stay at home and just do this all day. It does take up about 3/4 of my week between all the consults, running the Patreon, answering emails, making videos, taking care of the garden, answering Patreon questions. It takes up a lot of my week, but I really, really enjoy it. So, Clarence was the man. Hey GT, who do you grow for? I have myself that I grow for, and then I have 2 other people that I grow for. I will have a caretaker for 1 other person, and then I'm filling out an application right now to become a caretaker for a 2nd person. So that's who I grow for. Is it normal for an auto to get close to 100 days? You know, it's going to vary depending on the grower. Sometimes they can finish faster, sometimes it's slower. If you stunt them, you slow them down. Does light affect drying? Well, light will destroy or degrade your THC if you leave the lights on the whole time after you've chopped the plant down. That's why you keep it in the dark. My bad, I meant, do you test for any breeders? Yeah, Ethos sends me boxes of seeds. Who else? Pretty much Ethos is the one who mainly sends me. They send me big boxes of seeds. And then I use them to cross into new plants and grow them out. And it's a lot of fun. GT, anyway, I can send you money for bird food. Not stable enough to sign up for. No, not yet, man. There's something in the works with a company, but you know, I can't really talk about it on YouTube. So, how's the EnviroClean system working for you, GT? Dude, I tell you what, there's not too many products where I give, you know, glowing, stellar reviews. That product is worth every fucking penny. I don't care if I don't get any kickbacks from it, nothing like that. You want to use my code, I can give you a 10% discount code. I get no kickback from it. You don't want to use my code, I don't give a fuck because I don't get a kickback from it anyway. I'm telling you right now, it works fucking amazing. It works amazing. You could always have, like when you went to the doorway in my garage, like walking in from my garage, you could smell it because the grow room was like right below it. So you always got this like faint hint of it, and it's completely gone. You're growing a few Ethos. I really like Ethos. I shouldn't be talking about it on stream, but I really, really do. Hey GT, when do you stop feeding your plants Great White? I start feeding them from day 1 of seedling. They get it every 2 weeks through week 6 of flower, and then at week 6 of flower, I cut it out. Chopping down Banana Daddy. Waiting for that strawberry OG. Yeah, I really like Great White. I've been using Recharge these last 2 grows. I really like it. I don't think that one is any better than the other. I do like the fact with the Recharge that I don't have to buy the molasses to feed the mycorrhiza like I do with the Great White. But you know, it's they both work really well. So. No problem there. On the EnviroClean, that thing works amazingly. Yeah, I like Recharge, but I mean, do I think it works any better than the Great White? No, I don't think it works any better. I think they work exactly the same. I just like that I don't have to have separate products, and that the Recharge already has like the kelp and the blackstrap molasses already built into it, so I don't have to add it myself. What's up, Northern? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, I really like that. I don't have any complaints about the recharge. I had somebody, and not just somebody, I had a fucking ton of people ask me to use some of the recharge. It works great. But I mean, I'm really big Great White fan, so. We gotta stop doing this at 3 a.m. GT. Well, it's only 10 p.m. here, so. Two weeks out, black sugar, fat, dense, heavy flowers. I like it, David. Nice, nice. Do you reuse soil after grow or dump it? I dump it. I just take it outside, put it in the vegetable garden. Just waiting for your pizza? I like it. That last grow was looking fantastic there, Northern. If you guys don't follow Northern Scrogger, make sure you check out his channel. He's got a great channel. Does a lot of cool scrogging videos, big plants, super low to the pot. Scrogs them out in big areas. You guys should check out Northern Scrogger on YouTube. Fantastic channel. I watch all of his videos. The only reason I don't reuse the soil is because you never know how close you were to maybe having a bug problem or something like that. And that's just one of those things where I'll happily pay for the extra soil to avoid any problems. And plus, it means I don't have to re-amend, which means I don't have to use any liquid nutrients. And the less nutrients I use, the happier I usually am. Can you reuse fabric pots? Fuck yeah. You can reuse them. I know a lot of people that after they get the pot out of there, well, as long as you don't cut them open like I do half the time, but remember, that's for the video, just showing new people stuff. And, but, yeah, you can reuse them. I'll take them, I'll spray them out with the hose. You can reuse fabric pots, you spray them out with the hose, throw them in the wash machine, let them dry, reuse them. Are you on Warzone? No, I'm not on Warzone yet. Probably not for another half hour or so. And then I'll start Warzone. Oh, I guess I'd better make sure there was no fucking update. Oops. I hope there's no gigantic update I need to download where it's like, oh, there's a 7 gig update you need to download. Let's see. Only 207 megabytes, so not terrible, not terrible. Let that download in the background. We made our own 4x8 tabletops, 45 psi below aeroponics. Man, that's cool stuff. Chrome 4.5, what's up, GT? Or say, hey, GT, should I use? Well, if you're going to be kind of limited with the 2x4, I think you can fit 2.5s, they'll be just fine. Even Robski's fast asleep, sigh. Insomnia. Good old Robski. That's my buddy right there. GT, do you ever play zombies? Man, I don't know. I just can't get into the zombie mode. It's just, a bunch of running around backwards in a freaking circle. I just can't get into it.